4 years ago, Sara Braas, her husband, and 2-year-old daughter packed up and moved out of Los Angeles. They headed to Wisconsin for the calmer lifestyle and to be closer to family. Well, now she may be regretting that choice. Sara wrote about it in a recent LA Times column. Is life better outside LA? What I learned after moving away. Sara Braas now joins us live tonight. Sara, thank you. And I think a lot of people watching feel like you felt 4 years ago when you decided to pack up and move out of California. What was really the reason why you decided to leave California?
No, I think it's a lot of the things that everyone thinks about. My parents were getting older. I wanted more time with family, more time with my young daughter, and life just felt like it was heating up in LA, hectic, stressful, the expenses of everything were getting more intense. And, it's a lot of things. I remember one time doing the calculation that I was spending 21 days a year in traffic. If I just equated how many hours I was spending to commute for work, it was 21 days of my life for that. And so I started thinking about, what else could I be doing with that time? Would I be able to, would life be easier somewhere else? And it's not like we picked a place out of a hat. We chose a place, Madison, Wisconsin is where I went to college, and my parents were close by. So we picked moving back home over the lifestyle there at the time.
So are you a Badger?
Yes.
University of Wisconsin. What do you think now? You've been there. Obviously, it's cheaper. Obviously, it's colder. But you don't have as much traffic. But there's part of you that misses LA, right?
The things I miss about LA are, the ocean, the amazing restaurant scene, my family and friends that are still there is probably the biggest driver. And there's just a vibe that the city has that is, it's more of a global city. It kind of feels like the center of things. So those are the things I miss. But yeah, overall, we did find kind of a calmer, more, wholesome lifestyle, I guess, where we are finding that we're able to spend more time. My main drivers for moving here were to be a mom, to spend more time being a mom, and to write. And, I've been able to do both of those things. My daughter tells everyone that I'm her best friend. Aww. And, I completed a novel and I wrote several children's picture books. I've been able to do the things that I set out to do. And so, while I miss LA, also not regretting the decision in any way.
Oh, okay, because, you end your column with, I still long to move back. So what should we glean from that statement?
And I think it's in the case of, in the future, this is the right decision and the right place for me to be right now. But I do look for, maybe a time in the future that we'd come back to California when it makes sense.
Well, you can read Sara's column at latimes.com. We appreciate you so much, again, for sharing your views, and enjoy the weekend in Wisconsin. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks, Sara.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
And go Badgers. All right. Well.